Hey, peace. It's Victoria here. Hope all is well. Happy Sunday. So, emotional day today. Whew. Transparency, right? Vulnerability, right? So, today is my grandmother's birthday. She would have been 99 today. And the emotions is just a lot today, but I like to share, so why the fuck not? And this is part of spiritual awakening or soul awakening. So, I'm not crying because she's passed. I understand that, we're not here forever. And I'm emotional today because she and my grandfather were the first two people that I experienced unconditional love, compassion, and safety from. And I always say, given that I was traumatized and violated as a child, after I received that unconditional love and compassion from my grandparents and safety from them, I would have been so fucked up right now, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. But because of the gift of love that they offered me when I was 2 weeks old to 4 years old, really, really set the tone of who I am as a person, my servant's heart, my heart in general, the way that I'm compassionate and loving to others, the way that I show unconditional love. And when you're experiencing a soul awakening, there are feelings and emotions that are going to start oozing out of you for whatever reason based on experiences that you've been through. And my grandparents gave me the most amazing experience ever. Like, most amazing experience that I am forever grateful for because they really, really set the tone on who I am as a person, how it shaped me. And so I guess today, November 3rd, her name is Marianne Waite, or Marianne Hope They Wait. Had a heart of gold. She was a firecracker, and that's where I get my firecracker abilities from. That's where I get the heart of gold from. Not to say that my mom did not give me unconditional love or compassion, but from 2 weeks old to 4 years old, that's who I knew were my parents. So I used to call my grandmother Mom or Ma. I never called her Grandma because she's not my grandmother. She was a mother to me. And for her to really be so selfless to raise the majority of her grandkids meant a lot to us that who experienced her on such a beautiful, nurturing, maternal level. And during soul awakening work, your emotions are so open. If you're a person who was numb, a person who didn't want to feel, you have no choice but to feel, because this is what it does to you. It allows you to feel certain things. And the one thing that I learned experiencing soul awakening as many times as I have, it softens your heart. So if you're a person who's numb, who's cold, who's trying to protect themselves, who's trying to preserve their feelings, who don't want to feel, you're going to feel. It's inevitable. The best thing for you to do is give yourself permission to feel. I'm an advocate of crying. I'm a crier. I am exceptionally sensitive. I'm exceptionally emotional. So if you are a person who is exceptionally sensitive and emotional, don't change that about yourself because it makes you you. I've been told several times, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. But being an empath and being an intuitive, this is just who I am, and I had to learn over time to embrace that quality about myself because it makes me me. It makes me extraordinary and unique in my own way. And doing soul awakening work, which I do every single day, is not for the faint of heart, and I always say that. But at the same time, it's giving us an opportunity to really, really give yourself permission to feel all of the feelings. Like, I felt the need in my spirit today to just come to the park. This is my favorite area of the park, and just sit. And I didn't understand why. And my feelings just was coming up. The emotions were coming up. And then I remember today's my grandmother's birthday. And I haven't really cried about her loss since 2018 when she died. And doing soul awakening work is helping me to really, really be in tune with myself and pay attention to how I feel and allow those feelings to come up. Because the more that you hold on to those energies that need to be released, your body will vibrate on a different frequency, and you're going to feel it. Like, I felt it a little while ago before I gave myself permission to release it. But I had to ask myself, and always ask yourself, why is this happening right now? Why am I feeling this emotion? And if you're so in tune with yourself, you'll get the answer right away. And it's just the loss of her, right? Not that she's passed on. I understand she had to pass on. She was 93. She was going through some things. But at the same time, it's honoring her memory and, literally understanding on a subconscious level that you miss the person, and I miss her. And so that's why I like to offer venting sessions, vent it all out sessions, because sometimes we hold on to emotions and feelings, and sometimes we don't want to go to people, family and friends or whatever, to vent it all out because of judgment or whatever the case may be, or fear. And that's why I offer these type of sessions, especially around the holidays, because a lot of people have lost loved ones last month, last year, 5 years ago, and they're still mourning the loss. So if you're someone who's mourning the loss of a loved one and you don't know how to process your feelings, connect with me. I would love to just sit and listen to you. You can vent it all out. Talk about how you feel. Be emotional as you want to be, as I hold space for you. What does hold space mean? Just be there to listen. Be there to hold your hand in person if you live here in Savannah, or if you're on video chat, just be there to listen to you, knowing that you have a safe space. Like, there is no judgment whatsoever. Allow you the permission to speak, the permission to feel, give you the encouragement to really, really be emotional with the self, because it's needed. Oftentimes, we as human beings, we tend to stuff things down a whole bunch, and that's not a good feeling to stuff it down, because that's where all these diseases come from. Your diseases come from the fact that you were self-sacrificing, comes from the fact that you were suffocating. It comes from the fact that you're not giving yourself permission to let go because of shame or being judged or whatever the case may be. But there's going to come a point in time in your life that you have to allow those emotions to come up to the surface, because they've been laying dormant within your spirit and your soul for a very long time, and in your heart space. And you got to let it go. You got to let those emotions and feelings out. It doesn't make you weak by any means necessary. It makes you strong, that you're courageous enough and brave enough to say, you know what, I'm just going to allow myself to be as vulnerable as I want to be, allow myself to be as emotional as I want to be, because emotions are strength. They're not weaknesses. Your emotions and your feelings are strengths and not weaknesses. So do yourself a favor and be able to release whatever it is that you may be holding on to, especially if you've lost somebody recently and that pain is still there. It's going to be there. Like I said, my grandmother passed away in 2018, and today the pain is still here. So I'm allowing myself permission to feel. So if you want to take advantage of the 20-minute Vent It All Out session, please do so. The link is in my bio.